Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Here, smile for the camera. I'm just chilling with Shura right here. She always does. That's something that if I leave her unchecked, she let it for hours. And my cousins, my niece and nephews like what to eat. Why she like lick my skin so. I guess they'll date. So yeah. That's me and Suri and I'm not imitating Marlon Brand the Godfather or Dr. Evil with him cat. I guess like animals. So she's still doing that. So I was telling about my pets. You know, I had this dog named Scotty growing up, so I'm not following Dr. Evil or Marlon Brand the Godfather or anybody or dog whisperer or whatever. I guess like animals like me. So I had this dog once named Scotty who, well, from a small, my next neighbor had a dog named Duchess, which was a Rottweiler. Always close to that dog. Started to get my own dogs. Had this dog named Scotty, who was a Rottweiler, and I remember with him, mommy don't want him in the house because he's just big dog, dirty and stuff. And what would happen was, you know, like this dog that our mommy allow inside, a small Shih Tzu or something, or Chihuahua or whatever it is. So what would happen is anytime mommy go to work, he would jump in my room. He would jump on the window to let me know that he wanted to come inside. And he only do that once he hear the car drive off, because I'm not sure what they mean. So once he hear the engine and the car drive out the gate and jump on my window like bam bam bam. And then I would let him inside and then by the time I reach the veranda, he's there at the veranda wagging his tail and open the grill and he come inside. You know, those are my two closest. But I have had many pets. I'm growing up, but Scotty was closest one. You know, and then like a cat, what they call T or TT or Taylor. Just checking if it's still recording, because a while ago it stopped a while ago without me trying. So with TT, I named her after Taylor Swift, because Taylor the only person who I know like cats. What happened was I was in my room one time and this cat come up my window, this same window here, just crying like passionate plea, crying like not like she in agonizing pain, but like despair and sadness. So it wasn't a painful cry, it was a sad cry. And I look and say what you want. And she's there crying and I said, alright, stay right there, Sue come. And I go and I take her off the branch and I brought her inside. She was malnourished and very skinny, so I gave her some food, she ate it. And from there, we have been inseparable, you know. And I fed her till she get fat, not fat, but still athletic. I noticed that she had like a lot of cuts and scars under her neck and so forth. So she been in fights and it doesn't look like she was winning, you know. And how I know she wasn't winning, or she had like a bully or something, I was feeding her once on the mango tree. No, I was with her once on the tree. She used to follow me on the tree. I used to worry about her, thinking she's gonna fall, trying to catch her. When I climb and pick mango, she climb with me. So go in the back. Everywhere I go, she like follow me. So I was like on the mango tree with her, and this other cat come on the roof. And I don't see cats. I hardly see cats. Like I can tell when I see a cat now, but this cat come on the roof and start to grow like I want to attack her and rush her, and actually rush her. She's beside me and this cat see me and her and totally disrespect me like I am totally invisible. The cat proceed to attack her, so I had to kick the cat for the cat to leave. Like the cat rush come, I had to give the cat a good kick in the ribs and lift up on the run and cut. And another time I'm feeding her on the veranda, I was giving her, I believe, some milk and sardines. And this other cat come, I don't even see him, but the other cat, right on the veranda, the grill is closed, the cat come into the grill, I wanted to bully her. So I had to kick the cat again. Alright, you don't see him, but I had to kick. So 2 times I had to beat cats for her, you know. And when I'm going to work, she would like come to the corner of the road and stop, cause she know that she mustn't like pass there, and she go back. I was working at courts at that time, and then next time now, when I'm leaving to work, I decided that I'm going to make her stay in the room. I leave the camera on my laptop on, and she knew it was on, cause a couple of times in the video feed, she walk up to the camera like FaceTime and look at the camera, and like she touch it with her paw. I like I'm with her head, so she's aware of the camera. Like she walk to the laptop that I had on the top of the um, dresser or whatever, and go up on it and look directly into the camera like this. Like she, I don't know, and it's a small Apple camera, like a big camera that would, like, it's a webcam on the top of the laptop. So it's not like something that should stand out where she should know. So this is an object that I must look at. It's just a little black square at the top of the laptop lid. So, and she was aware of that. Strange. And then now I left some newspaper on the floor in my closet. There's a closet there, and the bed was where the monitor was, and I left the laptop. Anyway, I left some newspaper on the floor in the closet right there for her to use the bathroom on. But I never tell her, I never carry it and say, hey, shit right there. She just know, cause my bed was here, and she had her bed right there. So, and when I come home from work and I go in my room, I see she do her mess right on the newspaper, without me having to tell her. I say, hey, that's where I just put it there and just hope that she would recognize and say that's it. And she did it. Cause I was so smart, you know what I mean? And when she's sleeping now, she had her own bed, like at the wall there. So my bed was here, her bed was next to my bed on the ground, which is just some like toilet spread with some sponge. I'm sorry for yawning. And what she would do is every time I wake up, she'd be sleeping by my head, like sleeping by the pillow. She's sleeping next to the pillow. Or sometimes I wake up and see her, like I would see her in the dark chasing or playing with like a cockroach or something. There wasn't a lot of roaches in the room, but probably one or two. But I would wake up and I'd hear her jumping up and down and so forth. And when I turn on the light, she's there in the dark, toying with her, playing with a cockroach or something. Which I never know cockroaches were in the room until then, cause I had never seen any. Cause it's not a room that I had a lot of spaces. Like even now, I just had the dresser and I had the bed on the floor. I took it off of the frame. I was going through a phase where I wanted the bed on the floor. I don't know why. I can't recall why, but I wanted the bed on the floor. So I took the frame out of the room and had the mattress on the floor, and that felt good. I don't know why I wanted that, but anyway, that's just me and pets. I always have a lot of pets growing up. So I like animals. I like both cats and dogs. People say, are you a cat person or a dog person? I like them both, because both of them have been like the same to me. People say cats are distant. I don't know. But when I had my cat, that's the only cat I ever had. She wasn't distant. She was very loving and affectionate. The same how Sue would come and greet me like in the mornings and so forth. And have my room as his preferred default location to defecating. So Martin's I guess. She was there following me everywhere I go. Like I couldn't leave for a second. If I'm in the kitchen, she's there, and so forth. And Mama would get upset and run out because they hate cats. I don't know how them can love dogs and hate cats. Like animals. I mean, if you can love a dog and want to pet a dog, what's different with a cat? Afraid of cat and all kind of something. So Mama never wanted her in the house. So if she's in the house, she like had to stay in my room. She like couldn't walk up and down in the living room. So she was always in my room. And I went to the hospital for about 2 weeks, and I come back and then tell me so that she run away. And she wouldn't run away because, to how close she was and the way she came in my life, like a gift, like just come down my window and so forth. And she's getting bullied and all that time. So I came at the time when like I had no friends. It's just similar to now, but back then I was in a different mind state where I was more isolated. I wasn't talking to anybody or like any kind, no social media to like family members, even less. I wasn't checking anybody around the road, no friends. So I believe God sent her for like a little company or something to that effect. So when I came from the hospital and she was gone, I was very sad. Very, very sad. I thought she had left with the tenant car. Tenant was there who the recently I move out. The lady who rent the house next door. And one time she would go in her house, in her kitchen or in her room. But that was cause I was over there. So I went over there and she came with me and she was going to leave the house. I don't think she would leave with her or so. I don't know if she started to take care of her one time. I leave. I've never seen her since then. Only driving in traffic. And I want to ask her if she took my cat. You know, if anybody out there see my cat, I guess joking. I don't have any. Well, I have her on video, so probably. Yeah. But I guess that's just me, my update for Hurry Caine Melissa. God is in control. I'm not worried or anything. I have no fear of life, limb, or safety. Cause I know I'm fulfilling my God-given purpose and role, and anything that God wants to do or what He wants to happen. Nothing happen outside of His will. Cause I'm reading the book of Job, so when I saw how the devil had to go and ask God permission, that flipped the whole script for me. That took away all fear of anything. Because the greatest enemy to mankind, to the whole world, has to ask God permission. And when he does and even him, when he does things, he doesn't do anything other than the elements and the wind and the fire. When it comes to battle, he have to make other people do it, as in the Sabines and the other people them who attacked Job. It wasn't Satan attacking physically. Nobody had to get people to do it. And those people, I'm sure he never gave them face to face other and attack Job for your master Satan. That never happened. He must give them an idea and a thought, and them got Job from long time and bad mind and say, no, so the boy Job have money, come and go rob him. And them go rob and kill and so forth, because they can put thoughts in your head. You know, I've seen it even come on TV, like there was this series, I don't recall what it was. Oh, I believe it was in True Blood, where like they were dealing with a lady who was a devil and she could match and like she could get people to act crazy and so forth. That's how that never work. When he has demons inside of you, he can put thoughts in your mind and so forth. Even without demons inside of him, can put thoughts because he's the prince of the power of the air. You know, so that's how things work. I'm like that. And when you talk, the mind is frequency, the DNA is frequency. It's all about who you are, whether you're angel, demon, God, or devil. That's the only thing I have in the world. There's no human beings. Human beings is the body. The body is human, but you're not the body, you're a soul. And that soul can either be a godly soul or a devil soul. And that's based on your action. You act good, you talk good, you connect to Holy Spirits and God. Put thoughts in your head. You talk evil, you do bad things, you connect to the devil, and the devil put thoughts in your head. If you're not a Christian, you're a free agent. Both of them talk to you. When you become a holy child of God and you're baptized, you have an exclusive contract. You're like in a VPN then. You know, every communication is encrypted. The devil can't hijack your thoughts anymore because you connect directly to the source. You change on the inside, DNA change, you're now a God. You know? So the devil can just tap in and jack in. So that's why I don't want to forget to know and microchip your brain, because with the microchip, them can see your thoughts on a computer screen million miles away. Them can visualize your thoughts. When you think words, them can see your words come on the screen and things like that. So, you know, I don't know how I get from talking about pet into talking about that. But that's just how it is. So reading the book of Job and seeing how the devil had to ask God permission, flip the script for me. So that's why I'm a person who is like carefree and fearless, because I know that. And it's the way I understand the Bible, apart from the devil having to ask permission and having to use people, and then when them did harm Job, now God take the credit. God never say, look how you Satan go and like attack Job. Him say, God said, even though you made me, I believe him say, even though you raised my hand against him without provocation. So God take credit for everything that Satan did to Job, because in reality it's him do it, because the devil could never do it if he never give the permission. See what I'm saying? So the devil doesn't exist. He's not even significant for God to give him credit and say, even though you hit Job, him say, even though you make me hit him. So um, he's totally insignificant and do exist. That's part of the reason why you mustn't have any fear. And another reason is that you can't die. You know, believe say you can't dead. You want to prove it, say you can't dead? Okay, I'll prove it. Jesus said he gave us everlasting life. And you can't dead because one, either you're already dead or you're already going to live forever. What Jesus said to the person who said, I have to go and bury my father before I follow you. Him said, let the dead bury their dead. That's what he said. Him said, let the dead bury their dead. That means they're already dead because, as Jesus said, he's a God of the living. So without God, you're dead. Life is being connected and in a relationship with God. If you have no relationship with God, you're dead. And when time run out, as in when your life expire, when you live the years, you don't die when you're dead, or you don't dead when you die. If you get what I'm saying. What happens is a basketball game, the clock simply run out, and you have no other time left to change eternal destiny. That's all it is. And you're and even then it's when the flesh died, the body died, but your soul is still alive, and you descend into hell, and the devil, who is the boss down at hell, who run things, will torment you because he hates you, because even though you're his child, because the Bible says we're either God's children or the devil's children, and even though sin made you his child, like God told the Pharisees, like Jesus told the Pharisees, speaking God's word, saying, you're of your father the devil. Say, once you're the evil, you're a God's child, and you will go, I mean, once you're the evil, you're the devil's child, and you will go to hell. And the devil don't love his children. He loves them in the world. He make them have easy life and get things and get opportunity because he want to win you, not to keep you and treat you good, because he want to bring you to hell. Why he want to bring you to hell? Because God loves you, and the only way him can spite God is to destroy everything that God loves. That include the world, the beauty, the pollution, the animal, the babies, the food, the trees, the plants. He's on a one man enough angel and demon and enough human agents who sell them soul wrecking crew. So once you go hell now, the devil is going to torment you until eternity, until judgment day when God come and cancel hell. Because hell will get cancelled. I was sending my cousin a scripture the other day about Revelation with the second death and the great white throne judgment, when it said death and hell gave up the dead that were in them. So death is a prison, hell is a prison. So death and hell gave up the dead that were in them. So everybody who is in hell will come out and be judged. And I don't know, it those about people going to heaven, but you'll be judged by your own deeds. So if you're flawless enough to be judged by your own deeds without Jesus' help, to like say, I'll take the blame for him, and you go to hell and you come out of hell being judged by your own deeds for your own action as an independent person. If you are so flawless and perfect that after judge God will say, no, you're a truly righteous person, you will go to heaven. Though the Bible don't mention that, then good for you. If not, you and death and hell will be tossed into the lake of fire. So hell will be destroyed and death will be destroyed, and you, if you're sinful and so forth, will be destroyed. So just knowing that, so that you carry the dead, because once you give your life to the Lord, it says whoever is joined to the Lord is one spirit. So you don't have your spirit again. Your spirit is joined to God's spirit. You have your body. You're an individual. That's why the body say. That's why the Bible says you shouldn't fornicate and stuff, because you're mixing the body of God with like a harlot or a prostitute. But whoever is joined to the Lord is one spirit, one soul. You and God, everybody is the same spirit. The Holy Spirit becomes you and inspire you and give you and like tell you what to say. Whereby when the devil is connected to you, him though inspire you, he takes over consciousness and possess you and have you doing things without you knowing, or you knowing and can't help it. So the devil possess and take over. God inspires and guides. Though sometimes people get in spirit, that's in worship. But the devil wants to take over for activities, for daily activities, for everything, and use you for cause chaos, make you get in entanglement with people and entanglement with this person, or make you fail at sports or a job and everything, so that you feel down and all type of things. That's how that never work. You know what I mean? So that's my understanding of life and the basic premise of why I am a easygoing person and nothing no bother me. And if you check, just checking the time, I don't want the video go too long. Yeah, like I said it was the last rant. So on my previous video, so I'm not ranting, I'm just talking about life. So that's basically why I'm so chill and relaxed. And if you ask anybody who interact with me, you'll say I'm a chill person. I'm an easygoing person. I don't have mood swings up and down because I guess believe say like everything is everything and what is meant to be will be, and I take things easy. Even when I'm going through hardship, I see it as like a part of life. So I'm not a person who pray like, oh God, take me out of this and all kind of that, because I don't believe it's something that I should not experience. I don't believe it's anything abnormal. I say hardship and struggle as like a normal part of life. So when I'm going through hardship and struggles, I don't panic and be like, God, help me, Lord, elevate me, this Lord, get me to this position in work and it's a job and help me to earn money. I do have such kind of prayers. You know, I talk to God like, I see me, oh God, while I go on everything good on me, a servant or whatever, help me, inspire me to do this or something like that. Or if I'm facing what I believe to be an existential situation, like life and death, back against the wall, moment of truth, fight or flight, then I might say, God help me. And it is simple as that. I don't have any big words like, I don't have any long sentence like, God help me to come out of this and so forth. I guess God help me, because God know my thoughts, He know what I need, and I have that much faith in Him. So my faith is in Him, though, that that sometimes when I'm praying about things that people doing against me, and I'm repeating the word to Him and saying, Lord, You said no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and I will define what is happening. You know, like say, um, I'm praying and I have like say my fan plug out, right? And then when I look, I notice that my fan plug out, but the plug is wet, and I must plug it back in, and like everything wet, and like I noticed that somebody throw water on it. I pray and say, God, you see this? I said, God, this is a weapon. You said no weapon formed against me. This is a weapon. It was meant to be used as a weapon. It was developed and concocted for my harm. So anytime I'm praying against plots, what people do, I say, God, this is a weapon. And I think that is probably annoying to God, because I think God know that, you know. But I say, God, God, you said no weapon formed against me shall prosper. This, that, those are weapons. To let him know, say, yo, I want you to connect this obstacle to that scripture and do what your words say you're gonna do. You know? Something like that. So that's just basically it. But when you have that understanding of how life is and how God take care of everything and He's in charge. He's in control. That not happen by chance. The devil is a puppet who get no credit. He's basically a conduit. He's being himself, and God is allowing him to be himself, because that is how He sees us. As in, he God is using the devil like basically a mirror for us to reflect who we truly are to Him and to ourselves, so that we can know ourselves, so that when we end up where we end up, we can't accuse God and say, God, you never do enough and you never do that, because He was showing us all the while. So anyway, eat that. I'm not keeping it too long. Have a happy hurricane. Just kidding. Well, have a good one. As in, stay safe. Don't get too depressed. I thought about going to a shelter. I really did. I brought it to my mom, but she said, "Chuck, you know, I'm going to shelter." But if it was up to me alone, I think I would probably go, based on where we live. We live near a couple of beaches. To Hell Shafar, there is my name again, Forum, less than 5 kilometers down there, so you know and it's bringing like 20 inches of rain, and I've seen about 5 and 6 inches though. So you know, our brother who live in Hellshire, that's like next to the beach. If I was him, I wouldn't be nowhere near there, even though him live on a hill. So maybe I'm safe right there. So you know, that's just me from a situational analysis. So, um, but apart from that, and the safety concerns, I don't really think about anything. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do after the hurricane pass, and there's no light, and there might not be water. You know, I'm like keeping my phone for the charge. I hope like don't go away too long, cause I want to be doing work like composing videos. After I finish composing the videos, then I want to be able to um just relax and play some game. A long time I don't play a game on my phone. So I have this really racing thing what I've been dying to finish. So I'm going to try to finish that. And that will be that. After I post this last video what I'm working on, I will be working on it for like quite a while. And I'm just using my free time to like either study or play a game, you know, while still I'm not mentioning that. Well, job on a regular thing is there, as in job hunt and so forth. But I was thinking about what a hurricane is, and a hurricane is also a demon, a person, in the sense that I think about the movie Menace to Society with Caine and O-Dog, and you had O-Dog and you have Caine, and I think about in the terms of society when you are not in alignment with society, which is against God. When you are for God, then the devil sends you a hurricane, as in a cane to hurry you, to make you what? Hurry up and buy. Like how they was in the store stealing, I mean buying, and like the Chinese people was saying, hurry up and buy, hurry up and buy. That's what the hurricane does. When time you're against God, the devil heckle you, antagonize you, for make you sell your soul. Like he's saying, hurry up and buy my bullcrap, hurry up and buy. So he sends a hurricane as a companion to aid you in selling your soul. You know, so you can hurry up and buy, or so he can hurry up and buy your soul, or you buy his bullcrap, and then you exit the store, which is the world, or whatever, and go on to whatever harassment you have in hell or whatever. You know, I was seeing this thing where them say when you sell when you sell your soul, the devil give you 7 years of anything you want. 7 years is what them give you. And after 7 years it's not you. Your soul gone out of your body. Either it possess you or them kill and clone replace you. If them cannot possess you, they will clone replace you. You know, that's why you see some of these stars and you're like, why the long face? Because them know the contract what they make and them know how much time them have leave. So when they come close to that time, you see a lot of them, you know, sad, and some of them sad from before, like them sell it but they're not really happy, you know. So that's part of the reason why I don't run down riches, because even before, when I was an aspiring artist, rapping and doing stage shows and so forth, I had an apathy towards life where everything I did was boring. Tired of party, tired of girls, tired of hanging out on corner. I just was tired of my life, tired of video game. Everything I love, I got tired of, and I couldn't find why. I wasn't depressed. I never feel sad. It just felt pointless and useless, like it not serve no purpose. And I wasn't getting any enjoyment from anything. It's like I'm living life, but I couldn't feel any pleasure or like any kind of joy. So that's when I decided to give my life to the Lord and start a church out of, well, let me just try something else. Try church. It was just out of boredom, and then I tried and I felt fulfillment. I felt a purpose. You know, in prison ministry, I started to read the Bible and it started to talk to me. You know, so anyway, so Just scratch. And then me, so she don't really have no ticks. I've never seen a ticks on her. But if you come around now, yeah, I'm not gonna find a ticks on her face. I guess she gets have itchy skin. Cause I made her face to scratch. So I'm like it when time you rub her face like so. So that's just that. Let's see what else. Anything else I need to clear off before? That's it. So if the hurricane come and if it come with tsunami or whatever or consume me, I can't swim. That's a fact. So well, I can a little bit, as in I can float and I can try swim. I don't know why. I don't seem to move very fast. I guess I don't have the fins or whatever. So I'll be doing what I think she'll be doing, and then when I look up, I barely move like 1 or 2 feet. You know, cause I went to the beach and I tried teaching myself how to swim once. I went to the beach and I just go right there. I just go in the water and say I'm not gonna come out of this water until I learn how to swim. You know, and I just watch people. I try to relax myself and float, and when I could float now, then I do my thing. But I don't think I was moving my hands and my leg in like perfect symmetry. You know. So anyway, take it easy. I'm not gonna waste any more time, and stay safe during the hurricane. If you can get the shelter, from the government said all the shelters have been activated. So you know, if you want, you can go bring your own food and medication and so forth. You know, carry your own sheet and stuff like that. You know, cause all of them are activated to like work and take care of you and things of that nature. You know, when I mentioned going to the shelter with my mom, she's like expressing thing about safety and rape, and I'm sure I say, well, if you want, I go to the bathroom with you. I said, you're in the body carry if you want like meetable. So we don't know. I mean, you're not gunpipe, not gonna allow them to do that. So that will be like possible. Cause from them fire the first shot crowd got jaw and then carry again. You know? So anyway, take it easy. Look more. Peace. This is the peace sign. But God said, I give my peace which is not as the world give it. So I will subscribe to the word peace sign. I just want to convey that sentiment to people. General greeting, but people always say when I'm saying goodbye. So take care. I always say I'm take care. That's what I said. Take care. Take it easy. So I don't want any other symbolism that these things connote be portrayed onto me and say I'm doing this or I'm not trained up in the science. I'm just saying peace. Like yesterday my niece was writing down some slang that she wanted to learn. She said there are some slangs that I don't learn. But she took a paper and she write down 10 slangs that she said I must learn, that them say nowadays that the kids talk. And I was saying them, and 3 of them I couldn't say because 3 of them was what they call brain rot. She said the name brain rot, and them read a rat brain. It sound like some spell, some little. It's not even English. It's some little thing that sound like literally casting spells. And I'm thinking this is what I'm have kids saying now, and probably a curse in more life and so. So I think I need to research and see what those brain rot means to see, cause them shouldn't be saying things like that them do understand, and you know they will work in all kind of ways, you know, cause some of them demon, you know, children and kids and acting like them as kids trying to lead other people kids astray. Anyway, I guess that to me, you know, take it easy.